Let's walk around, look at some graves. So these are Westminster Hall and Burying Ground in Baltimore, Maryland. Ooh. Interesting burying grounds. Gilmore. Just a little bit about the Gilmores right here. That's their grave. Here's some more information. Infusing style and sophistication, the influence of Maximilian Godefroy. Here's a little bit about him. Go over there a little bit. That's some more information. Oh, nice. So their graves all in here, just everywhere. Let's see who this grave belongs to. Look at this one. I'll go this way. Let's see. Lauren. Let's see who this belongs to. So I'm at Westminster Burial Ground Cemetery in Baltimore, Maryland. Just kind of coming here looking at some graves here. Here we have Bernard von Kapoff. And there it's a little bit about him right there. So he was so 1770 to 1829. And there's some more information right there about him. And here's his grave. I'm gonna kind of go back and so you all can see it. I'm in Baltimore, Maryland. That's his grave. You can imagine how these look when they were first done. I'm pretty sure they look a whole lot better. That's the burial ground. But yeah, so that's his grave. I'm not gonna be here too long, but I wanted to walk through this graveyard real quick. Again, I'm in Baltimore, Maryland at Westminster Hall and Burial Ground. And let's see who this grave belongs to. Let's see, we have James McHenry, Irish-born founding father. That's him right here. And that is his grave. So one of them belongs to him. I'm not sure who the other one is. Maybe a spouse. Let's see who else we have. That's a look kind of at the Westminster Hall. And it's cold, but it's nice outside here today in Baltimore. It's just so many graves here. Let's see if I can see who this belongs to. I'll get a background look. It is Mary. Oh man, I'm not sure what her last name is, but that's Mary. Let's see if I can look at this mound right here. Let's see whose grave this is. It belongs to local hero or national legend. So that's Sam Smith, is the most important public figure buried at Westminster. A hero in two wars, born 1752, died 1839. That's him right there. See his wife. There's their burial. Let's see who else. E. Pennell. That's their grave right there. Okay. Can't hardly see. I'm trying to get to a better version so you can see the actual grave. Let's see who else. Beloved General. What is his name? Let's see. The Battle of Baltimore, the heroic stand against British forces in September 1814. Hello. Yes, these are real. I keep forgetting. I need to pay attention to my comments, but yes, these are real. I'm in Baltimore, Maryland, and these are burials. So a lot of war figures and some of the founding fathers of Baltimore here. Not AI, definitely real. Susan, right there. So this is just a mysterious burial ground. Very nice, very mysterious, but very, very real. Let's see who we have here. Here lies, I'm not sure what that says, but I'm going to back up so you all can see it. Yes, definitely. Walking through and speaking their names keeps them real. Keeps them here with us. So we do that a lot. A different graveyard. It definitely is great. So this is a nice little span right here of some of the graves. I try to avoid getting some of the people here as they walk through. So my camera kind of goes to one side. It's just so I won't be directly in anybody's face, in case people don't want to be seen. Camera, let's see. That one's open. Oh, hold up, let's see. I don't want to get too close, but let's see. This one's kind of, let's see. That one's cracked. I won't get too close, but that one is an open one. They're really older graves. Let's see who we have. Brunox Atkinson, right there. Ooh, 1789 in New Jersey. Okay. I've seen a lot of different ones. Definitely some graves for the 1700s. I can't remember the oldest one, but definitely a lot of different graves. I love going to all cemeteries, but the historic ones are very nice. They just have so much more history to me. Duggins Hollins family vault. So there's their vault right here. That's Duggan Hollins, and let's see, remains of 9 members of 2 prominent Baltimore families whose live were intertwined through business partnerships and marriage. Okay. Let's see what else we can see here. I'm gonna go to these right quick. I'm speeding it up. I'm not gonna be too long, everybody. Kind of like the time crunch, but I wanted to pose of Baltimore. Let's see, David Poe. Okay, let's see. Edgar Allan Poe. We all know who that is. Well, definitely some more research on him, but Edgar Allan Poe was first buried in an unmarked grave within the Poe family plot at Westminster on October 8th, 1849, a day after his lingering death at Baltimore City Main Hospital, formerly Washington's College Hospital. A handful of friends and family gathered on a cold and damp, overcast Monday afternoon for the brief graveside ceremony. Poe's cousin Nellie Poe, Poe's uncle Henry Herring, and a Baltimore lumber dealer, Z. Collins Lee, an old friend and former University of Virginia classmate, and Dr. Joseph E. Snodgrass, a former literary colleague. Also in attendance was a relative of Poe's wife, Reverend William T.D. Clemens, who delivered a brief Methodist Episcopal ritual church. I'm sorry about that, you all. I have somebody rushing me, but who delivered a brief Methodist Episcopal ritual. Church Saxon George W. Spence would later install a stone inscribed with the number 80 on Poe's unmarked grave. So Edgar Allan Poe was here first. Oh yes, historic graves are great. If you haven't been to one, I definitely consider going to one. So his Poe's grandfather was, what was his name? David Poe. So that's the grave we looked at a minute ago. So that's Edgar Allan Poe's grandfather.
They would hold you as a slave if they were
Ah,
still alive.
yep. Yep. So different viewpoint. Let's go within this little slot right here. Ooh, going between the mausoleums. All right. Okay. Oh, got some people hidden in here. Let's see who you have hidden in here. You have Monumental Lives, the William and Robert Smith vaults, another of Maximilian Godfrey's Egyptian flavored designs. Hope the rest. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hope the rest of your day goes great as well. And I'm gonna Robert Smith, William Smith. So these are their graves right there. Okay, I'm gonna E. Robson right there. All right, that's there. I'm trying to, let's see. I'm gonna turn around and see this one right quick. Fame and fortune and financial scandal. Ooh. You see that? U.S. Supreme Court, Macaulay versus State, 17 U.S. 316 1819, State of Maryland. All right, so that's their vault. Okay, so let me go around right quick. I'm gonna go back to where I can see Edgar Allan Poe. No, I'm gonna get back to where I see Edgar Allan Poe. So if you stay on, I'm gonna show you Edgar Allan Poe's grave. So let's walk through. And as walk through, you can kind of look at the older graves here. This is Westminster Abbey Hall, or Westminster Hall in Baltimore, Maryland. It's downtown Baltimore, Maryland. Thank you so much for subbing. All right. Let's see what we have. It's another grave. Believe it or not, let's talk about the graves. A raised slab marked a number of grave sites at Westminster, but none has garnered a much attention as is one once the subject of a Ripley's Believe It or Not. This gravity-defying piece of marble continues to fascinate. So they're talking about this grave right here. You can see it. Okay, let's see. All right, let me walk to Edgar Allan Poe's grave. Let's check it out. Let's see, so many interesting graves here. I love it. So much history here. So much history. Oh, I'm gonna kind of go down because I think people are at Mr. Poe's grave. So let me kind of go down and look as I'm going slowly. Let's see. All right. Almost there, everybody. All right, let's see. And here we are right here. Y'all can see it from this side. And let's see. And here's his grave right here. Mr. Edgar Allan Poe. See right there. Hi, hello. Thank you so much for joining. So that's Mr. Edgar Allan Poe's grave, and I'm in Baltimore, Maryland, downtown, at Westminster Burial Ground. And here's a little bit more about Mr. Edgar Allan Poe. There's different history about the grave and different things. Okay. Hello. All right. Well, I am getting ready to get off, but thank you so much for joining. Here's the back of his grave right here. Thank you so much for joining in, and definitely keep a lookout for more things on my channel. And just have an awesome and great day. Thank you so much.